That's pretty cool. This is like Morpheus or something. My futuristic haircut and jacket style. So I feel good today. Yesterday was a really hard day. It was one of the harder days of my experience here in New York. I went out early in the morning and I had a whole idea from a party at a friend's house. They had a Barack Obama mask, and I really liked Barack Obama's latest speech. So I set it to music and I put on the Barack Obama mask and I went out and started roboting. But immediately it was like, oh, wait, geez, it's confusing what I'm saying because I'm just kind of expressing as he speaks what I like to express. But I thought I could hear some people thinking, oh, haha, Barack Obama, it's all fake, he's a robot. And I was like, oh no, it's not exactly what I intended. And anyway, I sort of freaked out and left after like half an hour, truly. And the whole rest of the day talked about going and didn't. And I had a couple of profound experiences yesterday. The first was that I took a lot of walks yesterday, some for errands and some just to give myself some space to breathe. And I saw this dude, asking for change, kind of a guy my age, white guy, whatever. And I actually didn't have any change at that time, and I pass him and, go live my life. And then 3 or 4 hours later, I come back out and I'm walking down the street, and there he is, still asking for change. And I was like, oh my God, I have to give this guy some credit. He's actually working. Like, they say get a job. That is a job. He's out there for hours asking people for change. That's his job at that moment. And it was just, I've gotten over the years more and more direct, um, information that I don't work. And if I'm going to be truly honest with you and with myself, I think on average, in an average week, I probably work about 5 or 10 hours, of actual work. And the rest of the time is thinking about work and, making stuff for myself, creative projects and things like that, which truly I don't really feel can be considered work. Um, and it dawned on me, I'm doing the website for Vivi's in my movie Ordinary Miracles, and she wasn't happy with how the website is looking, and I got defensive, and we were looking at other websites, and I was like, well, these websites are way better than what I can do. And it dawned on me right there, um, that my whole life has been about my talent and innate gifts and goodness, and those have been nurtured by those ideas have been nurtured by my parents and by friends and by the school system, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But I'm realizing more and more every single day that my talent is not going to be able to compete with other people's work. My 5 or 10 hours a week is not going to be able to compete with people's 5 or 10 hours a day, day after day after day after day. Um, no matter how much faster, smarter, whatever I am than other people, which is arguable in and of itself. That may not even be true. But even if it is true, even if I'm God's gift to humanity, it's just not. It ain't happening. And this is sobering. This is truly sobering. And I realize, it's caused me to do one of those like looking back life checks, and I realize that for the most part, for my entire life, one perspective on the story of my life is that when the going gets tough, I quit and find something else. And in all of my pursuits, dance, web design, video, all these things, writing even, I've always just been looking for the shortcut. What's the shortcut? What's the shortcut? What's the shortcut? Because I've had this huge fear of having to do things over. I've had this huge fear of working hard. I don't know why. Same with my body also. I realize it with yoga. Whenever I actually stretch a lot, my body starts making significant gains in flexibility. Now the thing is, I've only done this like 2 or 3 times in my life for, about a week at a time, and I start getting, significantly more flexible, and then I stop. And so, I don't say this by any means to beat myself up, because I really, I'm really grateful for this lesson, and I intend to start outworking people. And I feel like if I work, another thing that has gone on in my life is that as I've started to work, I'd say starting about a year ago, when I said I really want to be someone who works, I have not given myself any freedom to play whatsoever, and have sort of, wrecked my social life, because I always feel like I'm not working hard enough, like I haven't done enough, etc., etc. And I think this is has a lot to do with the fact that I my idea of working hard is like work on something for 5 minutes, watch YouTube for half an hour, work for another 10 minutes, watch YouTube for 20 minutes, work for another 15 minutes, check my email, write some emails, work for another 10 minutes, check my blogs, all these things. So, I mean, I'm just being truthful. If you actually were here with me day to day, this is what you would see. And I have been blind to this, and so I'm letting it go. And deep down, my deep down, heart's desire is to be a performer. And I'm realizing that, I've been incredibly, honestly, like, again, no judgment on myself, but objectively, incredibly lazy as a performer, like in terms of treating it as work. And I haven't made a show. I think that my income would go through the roof if I had like a 2 or 3 minute show that I actually did in the subway. And you know, no, I have too much artistic integrity for that, or, all kinds of justifications basically to avoid the work. I'm afraid of the work, and that's okay, because, I still believe in the tortoise and the hare, and this is just, a brand new facet of life that I'm becoming aware of that I haven't been. So, thank you for listening to me, and there've been good days. I went out, I'm just learning every day, just a little bit more learning, and I thank you for the opportunity to make these videos and have you watch them. So, thank you.